This is your daughter with 73 questions.
Hi, everybody. I'm Micheline with Americana Long Arm Quilting. The person holding that camera is my daughter, Savannah. She's my editor-in-chief. She tells me what to do, and that's what keeps me on track. We do custom quilting and long arming, and you can find a link to our website in the description below. Thought I'd give you a workroom tour today. You've seen my channel now for about a year, and I think it's time that you see the whole space. So let's get started with that. All right, so this is the beginning of the tour. This is the door that I walk in every morning. There is a huge dog door to the left so that the dogs can let themselves in and out, and I don't have to stop what I'm doing to let them in and out. I do share this space with 4 giant dogs, 3 Great Danes, and 1 Mastiff. Okay, shh, Bullet, you're not helping the video. Shh, 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 kids, quiet. They are like children. Okay, so in this cabinet, which is repurposed, is where we keep our hardware and everything that I use to take on drapery installations. What some of you might not know is I don't only do quilting, I also have a drapery workroom. So this is where I keep all my tools. I can load them out into the truck really easily and unload and put everything back where it belongs. I've got another cabinet like this one, if Domino will let me past her, right back here. Come on, guys. Now we're not going out the door. Now this one has doors on it so I can hide some stuff in there. And honestly, what it has in there are my paint supplies and things like that. Got the 1 dog bed. Kids, shh. Do have the 1 dog bed in here, and they can fight to see who gets to that one first. And behind these screens is the furnace unit. This is, by the way, a 30 by 40 metal building, just a pole building. That's all it is. And we've insulated it really good. We did some, fancy painting of all the rafters, made them a pretty dark brown color, painted it bright white in here so that it's nice and bright and I can see really easily. We've got 6 wonderful large windows. The French doors in the front, and the side door has natural light coming in on it too. So it's a big, big space to work out of. All right. The next thing I want to show you is something that will be near and dear to all of your hearts, and that is Eleanor. She is my Gamel 12-foot long arm machine. I love her. She is fantastic. I call her Eleanor because to me she is British racing green, and that kind of falls into the whole car vibe, and Gone in 60 Seconds is one of my favorite movies, and his nemesis was a car called Eleanor. That's how we got to name this. All right, so on Eleanor I can accommodate a quilt that's about 110 to 115 inches wide. Make it as long as you want. But that's about the capacity of a 12-foot frame, okay? Now, a lot of you have asked what this thing under my machine is, and I'm going to tell you. Because I live on a farm, I don't want my quilts to ever, ever, ever touch the ground. So I have made, well, my husband has made, this rolling rack, if you will. And we used PVC pipe, a little bit of wood, and some rolling casters, and a drop cloth. And this is where, I put it right here, and this is where the bottom part of my quilt sits. Now, a fun feature of this too, though, is that I can store my long king-size batting roll in here, and that I don't have any place else to store it. So I can store that in here, and I cover it up, and it stays nice and clean. And when I'm done with it, I can just put it back there. But that keeps any quilt that I have from ever touching the ground. Let's go back here and talk about what's on these shelves. So some of my favorite things are housed on these shelves. Little mementos and things that I just really love. my mom's needlework, antique buttons, fun things. And then there's fabric, right? We do carry 108-inch wide fabric for the back of your quilt. So if you see something on the website or on this video, we can do the back of your quilts in that. Also have some 45s. I also have some fabric bundles that I purchase at a local place that I am wanting to cut up into fat quarters and jelly rolls, maybe some layer cakes, things like that, and sell to y'all. So let us know what you think about that. And Savannah is going to get that stuff up on the website in the next month or so, hopefully. She might be looking at me cross-eyed right now. So we've got some of my quilts that I've already made, and just a lot of fun things on here. Got some quilts up there, an old machine. You can tell that my dogs are a big part of my life. They bring me a lot of joy. Okay, let's talk about my tables next. I have two 120-inch long tables. They're 121 inches after I flip this out. This one is a little bit wider than this one, just made different times out of different stuff. This is some fabric that I'm getting ready to make drapery panels out of. It is gorgeous. So that's next on the docket. A lot of storage underneath these two tables. This is what a roll of fabric would normally be on, but because these rolls of fabric are extra wide, they don't fit on this. But this is a rolling rack. I can move it around wherever I need it to go, and it houses, it will allow the stuff to roll off of it, and I can roll it onto my table and cut it. I've got a cabinet here with clear bins that, like all of these bins right here, have my Roman shade making accoutrement in it, and so I can see them, I can pick out what I need, and because they're clear, I can see into them, and it really makes it nice. Got some antique stuff up there that is really near and dear to my heart. Got some fun quilts going up there. That blue and gray and white one, yep, the cameraman, she did it. And so this little section here, again, it's just where I keep all my tools for more the drapery workroom. I've got my water to fill up my iron, needles, things like that. Got all my scissors. These scissors are wonderful. They're a nice big, not too heavyweight, but just the right heavyweight. These are from Tractor Supply. They're about $13, $14, and they are fantastic. And Matt, my daughter's husband, just sharpened them all for me, so I'm really excited. Got my tapes, my measuring devices, my compressor, my retractable cord so that I'm not always tripping over my iron cord. And then the next thing to talk about are these two great big rolling racks. These do roll. Savannah's chasing me. I gotta get away. Dun, 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 dun. So these, if these look familiar to you, it's probably because you were in a Hancock at one point. And this is what all of their drapery fabric was on. And when Hancocks went out of business, they sold a lot of the stuff that was in their shops. And one of the things that they sold were these drapery, drapery bolt containers, holders, something, I don't know what you'd call them. Anyway, I bought two of them. And that really helps me in my drapery business to hold all of the, like this is all drapery lining and inner lining. This is a client's fabric. This, you might recognize, that's a bolt of batting for my, my quilts. These two lovely things are just clothes rolling racks. And what I use them for is to fold over the top when I'm cutting a bunch of panels and things like that, and I've got lining and I've got inner lining and I've got the panels themselves, well, I will often use these rolling racks to hold all that material. And then I can roll them over to the machine and do things like that. The bottom part of these racks I've used for some bins. Now, these small little guys here contain projects. So I might be like, this is a project that I'm working on right now. It's just, it keeps everything to do with that project in one neat and tidy place. I've got my scrap boxes over here. I've got another line of fabric under here. My holiday stuff. This bin is full of all whites and off whites that I can use for backings and the like. Okay. Now, something that I suggest everybody with a stash of fabric do is to color code their fabric. I had this many, if not more, boxes of fabric, but it was willy-nilly. There was every color in every box. And over this Christmas break, I color-coded all my fabrics. And first of all, it's beautiful to look at. And second, I know if I want a green cotton to work with, I just go to that box right there. Now, this is not all of it. There's some on the other side of the table too. We don't have to go back over there and look at that. All right, let me tell you about some of my machines. Okay, so this is a really specialized machine. This is called a blind hemmer. And so for years and years and years, I did all my drapery hems and bottom hems, side hems, everything by hand. And now my hands are so arthritic, I can't hardly use them. If I had had this way back when I first started, my hands would be in better shape. This does a blind hem, so you really can't see the hem, and it does a beautiful job. So I use that one on just about every single drapery panel that I make. Silks, still do those by hand. All right, then I have two sergers, so I'm really, really fortunate. I use them for different things. This one is a 3-thread serger. This one is a 5-thread serger, so it does a straight stitch and it serges off the end and overlocks that. Now, you may notice that there's a great big beautiful window behind me. I've got 2 of these on this back wall, and I love it because I can see outside. I can look at my chickens that are out there, and you know, once in a while I'll catch a glimpse of a deer. Fun story. We used to have a deer rescue, and we had the deer pen back there, and oh, that was a lot of fun. A lot of work, but a lot of fun. And so sometimes the deer even come back to see me. So that's really nifty.
How about the goats?
Well, that's over here next to my Juki. Okay, so this is one of my.
I can't see.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to the Juki. So, but on this window, one day I was sitting here sewing, and out of nowhere, just this mist came across this window, and it was a Civil War soldier. And that is very prevalent in this area because this is, you know, we're in the South, and this is where there were battles fought around here where we're at right now. Matter of fact, where the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson filmed just down the road in Brattonsville. So, but yeah, that was pretty spooky and cool. And in some of my videos, even some of you have even pointed out that you see orbs flying behind me. So, and I like to think that's my mom because she was a sewer. She actually studied under Coco Chanel in Paris when she was a young woman. She was from Belgium.
Just name drop, why don't you?
Yeah, I did. But I'm pretty proud of my mom, so loved her dearly, miss her every day. Okay, this right here, prior to getting this gigantic desk that I'm going to tell you about in a minute, this is where I used to do all my cutting. And it's a little low. So when I would cut my quilting fabric for a long period of time, boy, I would get I'd get a pretty big backache. You stay right there, Bullet. I'll step over the top of you. Now, this desk right here, I just repurposed it out of my husband's stash. So he's a bit of a hoarder. And you couldn't walk in the barn because he's got so much stuff. And I finally said, you know what? I think I'm going to switch out the desk that I did have here that I was sewing on that worked beautifully, but it was much smaller. And I said, I'm going to use that big desk that we got, I don't know, 5-6 years ago at an estate sale. I'm going to use that one. And it is a little bit taller, so it's helping my back when I'm doing a lot of cutting. And I either cut from here or I cut from over there. And what this desk is, it's called a partner's desk. So you had one individual sit on this side and another one sit on this side. That is why it's so big. And I guess they could communicate and whatnot, actually speak instead of text and email. But it's a wonderful working desk. It's got these fabulous pull-outs. You can see I've got my iron and my wool mat on one side. So love this new addition to my quilting studio. And this is the machine that I use for the majority of my quilting. This is a Pfaff Expression 710, and I love this machine. It doesn't have a lot of space right here, which because I'm used to the industrial machines, I'm used to having a lot more space here. But what it does have is dual feed. So this grabs your fabric much like a walking foot does, and as the feed dogs are pulling from the bottom, the presser foot is also pulling from the top. So that helps a whole lot. What does this mean? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, everyone. She's looking at the microphone pack and not the camera.
and she's doing this, and I'm like, what are you wanting me to do? Okay, so that's my Pfaff Expression 10. Now let me show you my Juki. This is my workhorse for my drapery workroom. I do just about all my any straight sewing that has to be done in my drapery workroom. I use this machine and I love it. And again, I have a big, beautiful window to look out of, so that's always fun. All right, let me tell you, I know what I wanted to show you. Look what I found at a thrift store the other day. Where do we put all of our small itty bitty rulers? Look, I think this is what you would put your lids in the kitchen in. I found it at the thrift store. It's working great for my small rulers. I've got my larger rulers up here. And now let's talk about this wall. This is a new addition to my my quilting studio, right? I used to have a bunch of racks here with just stuff on top of them. And my husband built me this beautiful design wall. And it is insulation covered in drapery interlining. So it's kind of got that fuzzy stickum nap to it. Got a little bit more work to do. I've got to fill all the nail holes and give it a nice coat of paint, but that's something for another day. I like it because I can, obviously I'm working with some scrap things up here, but I can put it up there and look at it and think about it and say, do I want to do something with that? Which Savannah likes these. I'm not certain I'm in love with them. This is a different type of scrap, something that I might do. This is our next video that you're going to see from us. We're going to be working on this, so we won't give you too much of a head start on that. But that's my workroom. That is all of it. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and until next time, stay quilting.